This gas monitor detects levels of oxygen, carbon monoxide, and explosive levels of gases such as natural gas and propane. But watch what happens here. If I breathe onto this hose, you'll see that oxygen levels decrease, and that's because it's detecting the levels of CO2 that I'm breathing out. This event consisted of a patriotic prelude, a bell ringing, a cannon firing, and of course, cookies. And let me tell you, that cannon was loud. Although this is an American holiday, you'd be shocked to know how many people don't know much about the Constitution at all. Today, I went out on the UGA campus and asked many students if they could quote anything from the Constitution. And more than half of them couldn't quote anything at all. So when you take a bite out of that second piece of pie, you might want to think about those who are working. And if they're one of your family members, hey, save them some. If you received an email from the UGA ticket office this morning, hold off on clearing out your inbox until you read it. The email warns if you try to resell your SEC championship ticket, you could lose it. You also won't be able to get tickets in the future. Want to take a scenic hike or drive this fall? Maybe capture the perfect fall Instagram picture in the process? We'll show you some places you may want to visit in Georgia. As you can see, I'm painting the ornament with a silver glaze. And the outline of Oconee County will be painted blue. And then it'll be placed in a kiln like this. It'll be fired at 2,230 degrees, where it will become its final product. And if you're celebrating Halloween tonight, be sure to stay safe and stay dry. Back to you, Francisco. This list shows both free and low-cost activities to do around Athens on game day or just regular days. The site also shows free and low-cost things to do, and it also provides a UGA bucket list. For a direct link to this list, go to remove any caked-on mud, ice, or road salt from their paws and coat. And make sure your pet's water is never frozen if it's outside. And if your pet's been outside for an extended period of time, check for frostbite on their nose, their ears, and their paws. So through these donations, the Food Bank of Northeast Georgia provides things like canned foods to 14 counties, Clark, Barrow, and Oconee, to name a few. The 3 tips Sergeant Horton says you should remember are 1, be diligent, check your surroundings, door locks, and for any threatening details. 2, always know your route before you get in the car with your driver. And 3, always be sure to leave some source of identification in or on the car. For instance, before you go to open up the door handle, always leave a handprint on the car. In a chaotic age of technological advancements, it's easy for kids to follow the crowd, but a local school is fighting against that passive mentality. In 2015, Collective Harvest was born, and now,
we're working collectively.
Collective Harvest is a CSA, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It's like an agreement between community members and local farmers, where community members agree to support local farmers and local farmers agree to grow produce for community members. 5 Bar is hosting their 5th annual Thanksgiving feast on November 28th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So leave the cooking and cleaning up to them this year. All plates are free, but donations are accepted, and all proceeds go to Project Safe. Smoking is a tough habit to kick, and if you're looking for a way to quit, there's a new program available. It's called Beat the Pack. This event is free to all alcohol license holders and their employees. The 3 main talking points for this event are 1, overcrowding of these establishments, which is an issue because it's a fire hazard. 2, how these establishments can identify and recognize fake IDs. And 3, a discussion on Michael's Law, which states that anyone working in an establishment that serves alcohol must be at least 21 years of age or older to serve. Attendance certificates will be handed out at the conclusion of this event. Back to you, Tasia.
Instagram.
You heard him right. Instagram. Atomic promotes business mainly through their Instagram, at Athens Atomic, with posts showcasing
Or new arrivals or things that haven't sold that we think would, sell easily if they were posted to a broader market.
free business clothing. If you're a college student who's about to graduate or start a new job, you're going to want to look the part. News Source reporter Katie Kim has more on how you might be able to dress for success without spending a single cent. Katie? I'm Nixon Norman. It's Tuesday, November 19th, and this is your Grady Daily. If you plan on doing your holiday shopping on social media, you may want to check out GradyNewsSource.com. That's because just last week, police say a social media buy-sell meetup went wrong. 2 victims were robbed at gunpoint over cell phones advertised on Facebook. The robberies took place about 2 hours apart. Tomorrow's Democratic presidential candidates debate will be held at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. It has been 27 years since the last Democratic debate was held in Georgia. Tune in to Grady News Source today at 5 to see the similarities in issues and topics discussed from 1992 to now.
All right, and here's your library card.
Thank you. And all you have to do to get a library card is be a resident of Georgia, have proof of residency, and a picture ID. And did I mention it's free? For updates on the Salvation Army's disaster relief efforts, visit disaster.salvationarmyusa.org. Attention Georgia high schools. There are only a few more days to register for varsity esports teams. And according to the Georgia High School Association, Georgia is leading in the nation for esports participation. The final day to sign up is this Friday, October 11th. Athens Area Habitat for Humanity is giving artists an interesting medium to work with: pianos. Artists are transforming old pianos into works of art.